Hi guys, welcome back to another Matchbox Garage video. I'm Rob, and today we're taking on Danny from Danny's Diecast Disasters again. This time in a drift build. Now again, this is just for fun. Neither of us have kind of done this before. I guess I'm a little bit more towards this kind of way, but I certainly don't feel I've got an advantage. But yeah, let's have fun. So we start by drilling down the centre of the post, removing the flange, and tapping that hole. Please do remember your lubrication. You don't want to snap your piece in the hole. And of course, always using my very handy vice. So this is the car we're playing with today. You can see there I've pre-drilled this one. But she reads Matchbox Mazda RX7 from 1982. Matchbox Toys Limited, made in Macau. So this car is actually older than me. And for a drift, hey, come on, what better car than a Mazda RX7? But this one, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's all there done for me. I put a lot more into this car, but it's certainly given me a head start, what with the arches and so on. So it looked like a little family of spiders. I'm not a fan of spiders, to be honest, so give me the heebie-jeebies. But the interior, fine. I'll add a little bit of detail into that interior later on. And the glass is in good condition, thankfully. Nice and clean, tidy. It's got a slight tint to it, not too bad. And actually, on the final result, looks really good. And of course, then the main body of the casting. It's a metal base. We're certainly not going to be using these standard wheels. So I'm now going to pop these into some caustic soda. Now, to be honest, it's quite a big casting, and plus it's got the base, so I added a little one extra there, 3 teaspoons, and just a few minutes later, this is what we're working with. So we can see the base, paint-wise, has all been removed. The body, still a few little bits hanging on there, but to be honest, that's what it is. It's literally just hanging on there, and with this Dremel tool, and a short moment later, get it all nice and polished up, and with those last little bits of paint removed. But because this is a build off with Danny, he always tries to kind of, I guess, bring the best out in me, so I'll make that extra effort. So we've got some casting lines around this car. I'm going to spend probably an hour taking out these casting lines and tidying up, all of these little casting marks in this car. And this is it. Like I say, probably put an hour into this. I was very happy with how it turned out. Normally I don't put in that extra effort, but as I mentioned, this is a friendly build-up against Danny, and I know that he will certainly be doing the same. But we go to a bit of primer. Tamia Fine Surface Primer. I bought 3 cans of this recently, so should probably keep me going for some time. Now, I'll probably primed this car 3 or 4 times. You know, this was just a rough kind of initial priming. Now I knew that I would be kind of rubbing things down where necessary, where needed, just to make sure that I had this absolutely perfect. But even with this first run, it was good. And then this is a little while later, after kind of sorting a few bits out, repainting where necessary, but also figuring out where I'm going to be taking this car. You know, what little bits extra. So I'm thinking I'm going to add some side skirts. I want to add like a front lip. I want to add a spoiler. You know, there's no right or wrong, so kind of in my own mind I just figure stuff out. And I had one of these little toys to the side of me, don't tell my son, but I borrowed the rear spoiler from it, and I thought this will look pretty good. So I needed to chop out this little section here so that I can fit the spoiler, or at least, you know, have a place for it to really kind of grab hold of and attach. So as you can see here, and I think it looks perfect. Bear in mind this is a drift car, it's not a street car. Yeah, it's a bit oversized, but I think it's perfect. And it's kind of glued into place using the baking powder to keep it on, and also using again baking powder and super glue to mould all these bits and pieces together, smooth it all out. And I hope you'll agree that is coming along nicely. Now, some wheels that I was kind of gifted actually this week. If you go back and watch one of my videos in the week with new wheels, you'll see them wheels being delivered in. And then the paint that I'm going to do is the black, and then just trying to figure out, like I say, these the front skirt there, or the front lip, and what I'm going to do is cover it in carbon, and also the side skirts, and do the bonnet, or the hood as you Americans say. So again, at this stage, this was kind of more of a base colour, black. I was still having kind of two minds about doing a different colour, or doing stripes, or doing a fade, like a bottom fade, or a front fade. You know, I don't plan ahead. I see what takes my fancy, and then I go with it. So at this stage, I'm just painting with this enamel black, mainly for the reason it goes on beautifully, like piano black. It needs no lacquer, and it is super shiny. So there's just the first coat, and then I eventually head it up with probably 3 or 4 coats. But then with the Vallejo black, which comes out in a bit of a satin finish, I'm going to now cover the interior and make sure that I actually hit the underside of the interior. I've noticed, and a few of you guys in the comments have, when I've painted some of the interiors, and it's say a red interior for example, or I painted it black or whatever it may be, on the final reveal through the wheel arches at a certain angle, you can sometimes see the underside colour of the original interior. So going forward, I'm going to make sure to paint the interiors all over, even the parts that you don't think you can see, but then somewhat get highlighted whilst on camera. That's just my luck, right? So you're just trying to hit all the angles. Well, and sometimes whilst I'm painting this, you know, I then kind of think, I wonder what Danny's doing with this one. If he, you know, is he doing some crazy interior, which I've seen him do before? You know, it's not like I feel that I need to beat him in any challenge. I just want to at least try to be as good. And if I can get close, then that I am very happy with. What I do find with this black is that my camera just doesn't seem to want to focus on it unless I get my hand behind there. So there it is eventually. But we chuck the windscreen now into some warm soapy water and give it the pledge treatment. And then, like I say, I wanted to do a bit of a fade. And I had two colours. I didn't know which one to do. So I mixed them 50-50. There's like a copper colour and a green colour. And I mixed them both together. And I just started spraying. As I'm spraying, I'm really liking the look of this, but I'm also not knowing kind of where I'm spraying to, you know, it's or even how to do a fade. I'm just learning on the job. I've probably left the black to dry for maybe half an hour, you know, so it's still very tacky as I put on this I think it's almost like a light goldish bronzy colour. You can't see any green through it, to be honest, even though it's 50% green. I'm just making sure to hit all the underside of the arches in my new custom colour. Kind of doing it at a slight angle because, you know, I wanted a nice fade rather than an obvious solid line. But I'm definitely going to do this again. I'll try it out on a couple of other cars or models that I'm planning. But yeah, really happy with how that come out. And hopefully you can see on the screen that beautiful fade. And then to the interior, I chopped off the ball bars of a pickup truck, painted it gold, and that's going to go in the interior. And then the glass there looking brand new and shiny, and added some light details on the back. And it's a day later, we're all dry. So now it's time to sort out the carbon hood, the carbon on the skirts and front lip, which are now on. And I've also put a little cheeky crown there for Drift King. And then you can see the skirts there, and also painted in the front indicators and also the front kind of grille there. And if you can hopefully see like the weave. I say weave, it's a fake weave. It's just a vinyl sticker, automotive sticker. You might see the weave there in the front skirt. But anyway, I'm going to put everything together for the final reveal. So as a little reminder of what she looked like. And the result. I look at it and think, I think this might be my best one yet. It's certainly taken the most time. And I think when you put in the time, you do get the results. So I hope you like it too. But anyway, definitely check out Danny's channel and video link that I shall put down in the description. And in thanks to my patrons, including brand new patron Z Griffon. And thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you'll stick around for the next one.